What's going on with interest rates? Are they 8%? Well, we're going to find out in just a moment in our mid-month mortgage update. Let's take a look. We are back again with Jeremiah Eck with Guild Mortgage. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you. Excited to have you back joining us, and we are going to be going over a few different things, and I hinted about 8% interest rates, but before I get to that, let's start with the economy. What's going on with that?
Yeah, the economy is still really resilient, and that's what the feds are kind of seeing. So because interest rates are so high is because the feds are still trying to bring the labor market numbers down, which is unfortunate in a way because it does increase unemployment, but that slows inflation overall. And so that's why we're seeing such a strong, resilient market, because there's too many jobs and too many few humans to fulfill them.
Okay, well, and we've talked about this on previous videos, but sometimes a good economy means worse interest rates.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? You would think that, with less unemployment and, higher home prices and all these different things, that the economy would appear really strong, and that's exactly what it is. But because of that, and because the cost of goods are just continuing to increase, we have to bring that inflation number down, and the only real way to do that the feds believe is possible is by hitting housing. And so that's why we're seeing interest rates sit at about 8% at the Treasury bill at a 4.3%.
Wow.
Yeah, highest it's been all year.
Oh my gosh. So, they're trying to control and fix this inflation. There's the kind of that chance of they go too far or something happens and we get the R word, recession. So what happens with that, and what's going on with potential recession?
Yeah, so the economists predicted that we would see a recession most likely by the beginning of Q4 of this year. But like I've been saying, due to the labor market remaining so strong, we probably won't see a recession probably until sometime next year. And a recession is nothing to be afraid of. Yeah. It's just simply a right sizing of the market. So if your milk is $5 a gallon, it might go down to $3.50 and kind of bring things back to some sort of a stable place. Yeah. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, and a lot of the times interest rates come down during a recession, and we also have an election year next year.
Okay, yeah, that may change things as well as election
you never
time.
know.
So, oh gosh, fun times with that. And one thing to take note of too is recession isn't always this dramatic effect we always kind of think of. All have memory of 2008 recession, which was caused by the housing market, and this would be a recession not caused by the housing market.
Correct.
Too strong of an economy, essentially. So
yeah, too strong. So there's a recession like every 7 years or something like that, and like I said, it just simply kind of brings things back to what it should be. But inevitably, unemployment always increases during a recession, and they're nervous that we may not see a huge dip in unemployment, or a huge increase, I should say, because there's too many jobs right now and there's not enough people to work them. So with that in mind, we actually might see elevated interest rates for a longer period of time than we anticipated.
Well, talking about interest rates, I woke up this morning, went into the office and looked at I think it was on CNBC, this article here, and highest interest rates we've seen since 2000.
Since 2000.
Wow.
But why is that important? Like, it's important because if you're a buyer, you can still have a lot more negotiating power right now because there's not a lot of people out there. And when interest rates dipped for a little bit in May, mortgage applications went up by 28%, and we saw multiple offers come back within a matter of days. So you might be able to get a better deal now than you would be when interest rates are lower.
Yeah, and I think that's a great opportunity for those buyers that don't want that multiple offer situation that we were back in a couple of years ago. Of there are some buyers I was showing. We were back to back, just putting offers on house, and they're like, "Oh, you're offer number 12."
Number 12.
And now this is an opportunity to not only not have to go up against other offers, but potentially get some concessions from the seller, and get a better deal on the house on their own terms. Maybe less money up front on things like closing costs and things like that. So that could be a good opportunity. And if things go well and interest rates do drop, that's a lower payment for them once they refinance. And I think that's going to bring home prices back up because that demand is just going to be crazy again, and that's only going to increase your home value. So I think that's a great opportunity for those of you looking to buy, or if maybe you're like feel like you're golden handcuffed to your 2.5-3% interest rate. That could be an opportunity to either buy a second home or and rent out that one because your payment's probably a lot lower, or take advantage and move up to that next home and ride that higher equity once interest rates do drop. So
exactly, we want you to be a home owner when interest rates fall, not a home buyer, because then you can refinance, lower your payment, save money. And a lot of people are doing what you said. If you're kind of in that place where you bought and your interest rate is really low, you definitely have gained equity. So a lot of my clients have actually taken out like a home equity line or done some type of like cash out refinance to get access to those equity funds to then buy another property and rent this one out. And that is a really real thing right now. So if you're in that position, I would consider that an option.
Yeah, I think that's really exciting for a lot of people out there getting into some other wealth. So
yeah.
Well, thank you so much. This is amazing information. We'll see you here next month. Thank you for tuning in. And if people want to get a hold of you, what is the best way for them to connect with you, follow you?
Yeah, the best way is just to find me on Instagram or Facebook. Jeremiah Eck is my handle, or you can always find my information on Guild Mortgage website, and you can always reach out to me that way.
All right. Don't forget to hit that like button, by the way, if you enjoyed this video. That helps us keep going, and make sure to watch other videos up here. And if you need an agent up in Reno, Sparks, Northern Nevada, give me a call. See you next time.
Thank you.